Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Disney A, the Canadian-themed Disney travel podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Krysta. There's a butterfly buzzing around the microphone right now.
A butterfly's
really
not going to make... Anyway, we're enjoying the last trying to be summer day outside, so you might hear some breezes and things like that. We're still recovering from our 100th episode. Has your voice recovered?
Oh, definitely. From all my churroing. Churroing. If you didn't catch that, it is up on YouTube, and you can watch us churros every time.
Churros.
That's not... No, don't do that. No.
Okay.
Nope.
So what are we doing this week? Or today?
Well, we had such a long thing we liked about... We looked at 100 things we liked about Disney, or that were awesome about Disney. So we're going to keep it pretty short. We're going to just chat a little bit about Disney Dreamlight Valley. We've mentioned it a couple times. We're just going to chat about it a little bit more today.
It's your new favorite obsession.
It is. It is. You say I have an obsessive personality for some things.
Yes.
This is on the list?
Yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
Oh, breezy. You've been playing too, though.
I have, yeah, so I could talk about it.
Sweet. Before we get to that, Brandon, what is your nerd thing this week?
I just
the same
talked
as
about,
it was last time? Okay.
No, like, I guess playing some Dreamlight Valley, which is a little nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nerdy.
Ditto. Ditto. And I've also been playing Animal Crossing, which is probably shocking to you. And also, what are you drinking?
Oh, wow, we have a nice little special growler of local beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Australian pale ale called Chewy.
Yes, from our local brewery.
Yum, yum.
And we're gonna, like, skip right past Marvel and Andor and news because we literally just did them. It is the same as our 100th episode.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to that.
There isn't any new episodes. We still have to get caught up on the other nerd stuff we watch. We're behind an episode on the Rings of Power now, and a new episode of House of Dragon comes out tonight too. So
we will catch up very quickly, I'm sure.
Very exciting.
All right, that takes us to our main topic.
Well, so we're not doing any news because we talked about the main bits of news already. But I did hear a rumor after we recorded the 100th episode. And it has to do with the next ? Marvel show.
Oh, okay.
Not Werewolf by Night. That's just a special, but Echo.
Oh, all right. What'd you hear?
Some further details on that. It is rumored that Daredevil will be also in that one.
That's not surprising.
But the rumor that I heard is that he's going to be looking for the Punisher in it. So I don't know if they're trying to squeeze too much in that show or not, but
maybe.
If
do
that's
we know
even
how
true.
many episodes that one's?
No idea. No.
Because that might determine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to the main topic.
What's in the bag?
It's not a head. It's just content.
Oh.
Yeah. Disney A grab bag. Okay, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Life could be a dream. Shaboom. Oh no, that's Cars.
Yes, it is. There's no Cars characters in this. Although you can get a Cars bed.
That's true. You can get a few Cars items, actually.
Okay, so what is Disney Dreamlight Valley? It's basically Animal Crossing with Disney characters.
A lot of people say it's a cross between Animal Crossing and Sims. But Disney.
Sims is a good kind of comparison. Also, it feels very Stardew Valley.
Oh, yes, that's true.
It's like halfway between Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley because there's more gamey elements than Animal Crossing. That one was more very, very casual.
Yeah.
And like the big pull of that is like collecting villagers and stuff, whereas this is like very set game mechanics and you're spending most of your time doing things rather than making your own
questing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is still like the decorating elements that people really like.
Lots of decorating, inside and out.
Yep, and really things that Animal Crossing fans have been asking for, like bulk crafting and ease. Like Happy Home Paradise, it's really easy to decorate outside. this one does that. Like, it has all those kinds of things, but there's a lot, like, there are quests and stuff like that to do.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's more gamey stuff.
I think so. It is definitely less make your fun, which is interesting because I played Animal Crossing with you, but I was the second villager.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any quests whatsoever.
Right.
The latest Animal Crossing game did have some quests, but very limited
and
anyway.
It's mostly just at the beginning.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tutorial.
Mm-hmm. Just for a few days, basically. Like, you could do all that in a week if you were just...
And so this is a new game. It just came out.
Yeah.
About a month ago now, or
On
almost.
Almost all consoles.
And it's going to be a free-to-play game, but right now you have to buy a Founders Pack.
Yes. So it's going to be free to play in 2023. There's not a release date on that, but 2023. And there are 3 Founders Packs if you want to have the early access. Now, do be aware this is early access. That means they're working through bugs still.
Yeah.
Like, I keep seeing people panicking about this stuff, and it's like, no, they're like...
I mean, if they're charging for it, I don't forgive them bugs too much, but... yeah, I mean...
It's not crazy, though. Like, it's not like it makes them... Yeah.
And you've been playing on the Switch, and you got the Ultimate Founders Pack.
Yeah.
And I've been playing on PC through Game Pass, which I got the free base Founders Pack.
Right. If you have Game Pass, it's the
as
free
part of
base,
Game Pass,
the standard Founders Pack.
And you get like a variety of cosmetics in each Founders Pack and some of the premium currency that you use to unlock the seasonal things. And you get, of course, more the higher the tier. Right.
So your standard, all that stuff is very Mickey Mouse themed, the cosmetics. The next level, it's kind of Buzz Lightyear-ish. Like, it's very tomorrow-y, mid-century kind of thing. And then the highest ones is definitely like castle, very elegant, very royal.
Yeah,
yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like they have a theme for each one, I guess, which is cool. But I have the ultimate one, so I got all the things.
Okay, so what do you spend your time doing in this game?
So I played a lot when it first came out, and then work got absolutely insane. So I spend most of my time questing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have not done a whole lot of decorating, but I think I'm going to be doing that more because I'm starting to get into either the longer term quests or it's not just the grind so much.
Right. So yeah, I will say I haven't played as much as you.
Yeah.
I do notice it's quite grindy, but not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me a lot of the same feelings as I get when I'm playing a massively multiplayer online game like World of Warcraft, where you're grinding, you're doing stuff.
I like that.
Some of the side quest stuff where you're trying to get rep and stuff in World of Warcraft is similar to this.
So you unlock different areas. Okay, let's actually talk about there's a storyline here. You kind of
Here, do you want to hear my theory about the storyline?
Well, I know the answer to the storyline, so you go ahead.
Okay, so do you
want me to tell you if you're right?
No.
Okay.
I know what the actual storyline is, but I think this is my actual storyline.
Oh, your actual storyline.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's an intro video at the beginning, and you're basically going and visiting where you used to play as a kid.
Yeah.
And you see this old broken down well, and you kind of curl up beside it. So what I think happened is you fall in the well and you're drowning, and the whole game is your brain trying to make sense of your childhood memories as you're dying.
Okay, so that's an interesting take on it.
Actually, I think you just fell asleep and you're dreaming about your childhood, and all your toys and stuff forgot about you because of the great forgetting.
Yeah, so you end up in this Disney area.
You're supposed to embrace your inner child, and the evil being is adulthood and responsibilities. I don't know.
I mean, fair. But yes, this land, you meet Merlin right away. Merlin and Mickey are your first 2 characters, and then Goofy right after that. And I like that Merlin is the one who leads you through. I think that's a great...
He's the greatest wizard ever, according to him.
Yeah, he's very... If you ask Madam Mim, she might have a different opinion, but she's not in this game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows, right? And there's been the great forgetting, and you have these night thorns that have clogged up everything. Basically, they had a ruler, and the ruler went away, and since then the night thorns
like a king, not a measuring device.
Correct. And since then the night thorns kind of have encroached, and they are they're sucking up all the magic. And so no one remembers anything or anything like that. And then as you go, you unlock biomes and other characters.
Different areas, yeah.
Yeah, different areas. And there's like crafting and farming and specific areas. Like one area is like the glade, and it's kind of like swampy. Another one is like a forest area. There's like a beach. There's
I like the beach.
yeah, I like the beach too. And then there's like a mountainous, like a very snowy area. Gee, who lives there? I wonder. It's Elsa. Elsa lives there.
Oh.
Yeah, Elsa's gonna live there. And Anna and Kristoff. And then there's one area, and it's like very Lion King-esque, which is interesting because we do not currently have Lion King, but they've already announced more characters coming this fall. And
yeah, right away.
yeah, like any day now, basically. And we've got Buzz and Woody and also Lion King characters coming. So, I mean, like, that makes sense. And then you also have the castle where you can, like, go into specific areas, because the idea is some of the characters, when the forgetting started, they left.
They
so
left
you can,
the
like,
valley.
go get some of them as well.
Right.
So some of them are hidden, some are in biomes, some you have to, like, go on quest to get. Some you get through, like, I've unlocked Ariel and Ursula, but I haven't unlocked Eric yet. So, like, the further I get with Ariel and Ursula, the more it's like leading me to Eric.
Right.
So there's things like that too. You have animal companions, outfits. So it's like combining a lot of different elements of like cozy games.
Yeah, you're collecting, you're getting decorations. You can design. They have a really actually robust clothing design.
Oh, that's true.
Thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can collect motifs, and you use those as like basically stickers in the clothing
and
designer.
And the really cool motifs too.
And it's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's so robust that they actually have to have a warning, and it says, please keep in mind that we're giving you freedom over this, and like don't make vulgar things. Basically.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Which fair enough, because things like this in other games, I know,
get
a little out of hand.
But it's Disney, come on.
Hopefully. So the problem with all this, you're collecting all this, and you're
you're leveling up characters, you're unlocking more characters, leveling them up.
Yeah, but you have all this like decorations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And other than sharing screenshots, there's actually no way to show off your valley right now, because there is no multiplayer yet. They said it is coming.
Yeah.
Of course, it is early access. So
right.
I guess that makes sense. But
yeah, that is one thing. It is coming. We don't know when, but it's coming. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the overall? Like, I obviously really like it. It's a cozy game that's Disney themed. Of course, it's like designed basically for people like me.
It's definitely set up very addictive.
Mm-hmm.
I like the core gameplay loop. You have a couple different currencies that you're working on. The main thing to unlock different areas is like Dreamlight.
Yes.
And you do that. That's most similar to like Nook Miles in Animal Crossing. And
windy.
You do that by like doing various duties in the game. Sometimes they're daily. They pop up, and you have like a set of daily ones, and then you have like long-term ones that pop up as well, and that you spend that currency to unlock the different areas. And then you have gold, which is Scrooge McDuck's favorite thing.
Yes, and he's our Tom Nook.
He's basically Tom Nook, except even worse. He like builds absolutely everything, and he takes all your money.
Yeah, all of it.
And he runs the shop.
Yeah.
And takes all your money.
And you have to, like, if you want to upgrade, so you can also unlock, you haven't done this yet, but when you get Remy, you unlock a restaurant. And, you know, if you want to upgrade that, if you want to upgrade the shop, Goofy runs stalls in all the different biomes. If you want to upgrade those, if you want to, like, it's everything.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely everything. Scrooge McDuck.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing to do in this game? So you got your mining, you got your farming.
Oh, I love the characters. I just like interacting with the characters. Yeah.
Okay, so
and I'll do quests for them because I love them.
the characters I like, you can talk to them every day, and there's like an option to respond. And I like how snarky you can be. It's really fun.
Actually, I want to talk about this because it is shocking how like sarcastic you can be.
Yeah. You can be like sincere as well.
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's up to you.
Playing nice, but every once in a while I get a little snark in my responses. Are you being super snarky all the time?
Most of the time, yes. I'm really enjoying interacting with Ursula. she's the only villain I have right now.
Right. I only have 2, so.
And
unless you count Scrooge as a villain.
It kind of reminds me of interacting with villain characters in the park. They're a lot more fun because they're snarky right back at you.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's cool. I quite like the farming in this.
Yeah, the farming's good.
And I think it's the best way I found to make money. And it somewhat reminds me, again, of Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, which was the precursor to Stardew Valley. And I like it, except instead of going to bed to further your crops like you would in those games, it's kind of real time, and each crop has its own.
Oh, I do want to mention something. You mentioned real time. So a lot of people who play this are Animal Crossing people, yeah?
Yep.
And Animal Crossing, time is
fleeting.
Yes. So, like...
They do the time warp again.
Yes, they do. But you can't do that.
It's spooky season, eh?
Yeah. You can't do that in this. It will screw up your game.
Nice.
Yeah, actually...
That's good. I've never really liked the time jump idea in Animal Crossing.
I've done it a couple times to, like, get a specific... a bug that only spawns from 9 till like 2 a.m. or something like that.
Right.
So I've done it a few times, but I don't make a habit of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people are saying that it is screwing up their game, and actually, Disney did Dreamlight Valley did respond and say it is not designed to do that. It will mess some stuff up.
Stop.
Yeah. So if you do that, like, be forewarned, it might mess you up.
Right. So the whole real-time farming thing, you got different types of crops, and some take, 30 seconds, like wheat.
Yeah, wheat's
basically
crazy.
Just pops up instantly, and then you got like 10, 15-minute crops, and then you have like hours. So some of the more advanced things take hours to grow, and you got to water them and make sure they're still good, and then you can come back later, and they'll be good for selling.
Yeah, go do something else, come back. Yep.
I really like I like that.
Yeah. Carrots, I
made a lot of money on carrots. Yeah, I also give a couple to the rabbits.
Yes. So you can make friends with like some of the little creatures. There's different animals for each one. There's like squirrels for your main area. In the meadow, there's rabbits. There's like alligators. There's raccoons. There's turtles, like little sea turtles.
Little sea turtles, yeah.
There's birds. There's a bunch of different things. Foxes when you get to the snowy area. Which is really cool, and then they have different flowers, plants, different resources, different gems and things like
different
that. Because you can also
mine,
in each area
all sorts of things to do.
Yeah, I really like the characters. I like questing for them, and then you can level them up, and every time you level them up, you also get a prize for that as well.
There's like clothing, furniture, money, all sorts of things.
Yep.
And you sign each villager to a different task.
Except Ariel and Ursula, the ones that live in the water.
The water ones, their job is to sit in the water.
Yeah, and randomly show up.
And they can sing songs about how they want to be up there where the people are, but they can't. And then,
Do you know who's the most snarky character I find? Mother Gothel.
Oh, I haven't met her yet.
Yeah, she. You walk by her, and
Ursula's
they'll say,
pretty snarky.
Ursula's pretty snarky. But they say things like when you're near them, and Mother Gothel is always telling you to be careful of the sun deer. You want to be careful of your complexion. It's not good for the complexion.
Fair, yeah.
But she's so Mother Gothel. Like, all of the quests and all of the conversation, everything is very specific to the character.
Yeah.
Which I really like. Like, they paid attention to these things.
And the little quests, like, they send you out into the world to gather just random stuff. But it is themed to the character. Like, Ursula, for example, will send you out to steal papers from other characters and gather purple flowers to make ink so she can continue writing contracts, because that's her big thing. She wants to write contracts. And I did like the interaction between her and Scrooge, where he's mad at her for swindling people on deals. That's his job.
Yeah. But she's doing it underhandedly.
But she outsmarts him because she gives him some gold and says, "There's probably a treasure out there somewhere. You should go find that."
And then he heads right off, and she's like, "Mahaha."
She's like, so predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of cool things like that. It's really good for Disney fans. I think you would recommend this game.
Oh, definitely, especially for Disney fans. I'm actually a little sad that I haven't been able to do more decorating. But
you'll get there.
I will. Yeah.
Right now, you're in the build up stage and like collection stage,
Definitely.
and then you can start decorating. As far as decorating goes, you can move pretty much everything around.
It doesn't cost money to move houses.
Trees can move. Yeah, everybody's houses can move. You choose where to build them, and then you just go into the furniture editor and drag and drop them, and it's super.
It's great.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Nice. Oh, really? And some of the characters you like have to put their homes in water, and it's just very cool, and everything is very well themed, and yeah, it's perfect for a Disney fan.
And the way it's designed, it's definitely kind of infinitely add-onable.
Yes.
Right. Like you said, that they've already announced the new characters coming in the new update.
Right.
That it'll be free to anybody that has the game. And then they're also doing these season pass things, and they last about 2 months. A month and a half.
Ish.
About. Because the first one started when the game started, released, and it's got about 15 days left right now.
Right,
as
and
we're
this
recording.
is a Pixar-themed one.
Yeah.
Pixar Fest.
And the way those work, at least this one, is they basically give you some harder duties than you would for your Dreamlight quests. And that gives you a currency to spend on the event stuff.
Right, and then you get special items only during that time, things like that. So this one, because it's Pixar, I love the Coco themed stuff. It is so good. But you also get, there's some, there's a Cars bed, and there was some Buzz Lightyear stuff. And anyway, it's really
Incredibles.
Cool.
Yeah, it was all Pixar. So this
is the super suit.
So once this is free to play, I'll just let the wind blow.
Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh.
It is nice out here.
It is. It's very nice.
Anyway, so once this is free to play, this is the only way the game's going to make money, because to unlock these special seasonal events, you have to spend the premium moon currency, or whatever the heck it's called, to unlock that specific season's duties. Yes. And as part of the season, you can, in addition to items, you can unlock that currency. You get it returned to you.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's enough to pay for the next season.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out, because it depends on what the next season is, right?
Some games that do this type of monetization, if you play enough and unlock the full season, you actually do get all your currency back. So
that's kind of cool.
It does seem like it might be trending that way, and that
right.
I think it's a pretty good value, and it gives you just something else to do in the game.
Yeah, well, I really like it. I'm a fan of special items and things like that, even if it's digitally.
The only thing I would say as a downside is it really promotes FOMO.
Yeah.
If you miss this first season, you're never ever going to be able to get these items again, and that feels kind of bad. It would be nice if you could just unlock the thing and you just have it and finish it at your leisure.
That's true.
But if they're giving you currency back, I can see why it's time limited.
I can see that, and I can also see wanting to reward people who actually spent the money. Right? People who spent the money for early access, you want to give them enough value where they feel like it was worth it, right? You're not just paying for the game in advance.
Yeah, I guess.
And the Founders Packs help do that. There was even, a special spirit jersey and a special companion animal for if you play during the first week, and that was only then. Yeah. So I like stuff like that, and I hope they do very holiday-themed stuff.
We haven't seen what they're going to do for holidays, but
and I don't know if they'll do holidays this year since it's early access.
Right. So they have lots of room to expand.
Right. So I said before, some of the characters and biomes and stuff like that you do in the game, and some you actually have a castle and you unlock different doors, and some of them that's where you go to get the ones you've left. So you start with Wally. The doors lead to Wally, to Remy, to Moana, and then to Anna and Elsa. So you start with 4, but there are a lot of doors in there. So we don't know if it said, the Toy Story, Buzz and Woody are coming. We don't know if they're going to come through there, or we don't know how we're getting them.
They could do something weird with the Toy Story people, because the Buzz and Woody are actually toy sized.
Yeah, they are. They're tiny.
as compared to all the other characters, which are just like.
Except Remy, he's also small. I often run right past him.
He's a rat, so that makes sense. So they can do cool stuff like that. They could like send you to Andy's room where you are toy sized or something.
I'm gonna guess just from like when they made the announcement what it looked like that's where they're gonna go with this.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. And they also announced Scar.
But we have a land that seems made for Scar already, so it might just be that.
He might be in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So there's different ones like that. There's a lot of room. So I want to ask you, what characters do you want to see, or biomes? I guess what characters?
I mean, there's a lot. I would like to see some Aladdin stuff for sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Well, I mean, I've seen some items, but I haven't seen any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you could have Jasmine, Aladdin.
Exactly.
Genie, of course, would be awesome.
Totally.
But I would like to see it expand to Star Wars and Marvel.
Ooh, fun. You get Jar Jar running around.
Yeah. Jar Jar. You just cook him up with Remy.
Yeah. Wow.
But I don't know if they're ever going to do that.
Yeah.
Because like with Disney Infinity, they did. Mm-hmm. And this is like as close to that as I can, like, they're kind of drawing inspiration from Disney Infinity a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know if they're going to bring in Marvel and Star Wars, at least not for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they'll introduce
What about you? What characters would you like to see?
So I'm in like a few, community Facebook groups and stuff like that. Some seem obvious. Like right now we have Mother Gothel, but we don't have Rapunzel, and I think that's weird.
So right now they definitely have a plan because like on the loading screen they had Scar and Buzz.
Yeah.
And
they had
Belle.
And there's
she's
not been
not
a word
in the
of
game.
that yet.
So they know which there's a treadmill here that they're gonna bring out some characters.
Belle would be high on my list, but she's already been announced. I'd like to see the Winnie the Pooh characters.
Oh, 100 Acre Wood.
We have no.
That could be a whole biome.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. That's what I mean. And we have no word of anything like that. Another one that I actually agree with that I keep seeing, and it might just be because of the time of year. I don't think they'll bring it out this Halloween, but I wouldn't be surprised if next Halloween.
A whole Nightmare
Before Christmas.
Okay, yes. Okay, that would be.
Right, you could have Oogie Boogie.
Right at the top of my list. Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If they were to announce that right after Scar, I'd be like beside myself.
No,
but I have a feeling it's going to be Halloween 2023.
Yeah, and if this continues to be popular, and it seems like a pretty good game for this style of game. Like, it's not for everyone. It's not hardcore gamer stuff, but it is a solid. It's a good cozy game, and the monetization, which I was very worried about.
That was the next thing.
It's not predatory.
Right. So I was going to ask you.
Like you can enjoy. You can.
Very nervous about the monetization.
I was super nervous. I mean, there's a lot of problems with mobile games. Being really, really terrible. Like just recently, that Diablo game that came out for phones.
Right.
Literally, to get a maxed out character in that game, you had to spend like $500,000.
No.
Oh yeah, like so they make it so grindy that like, and to skip the grind, you have to spend countless money, and this doesn't really have that. It just has the season's pass. It's the only monetization I could find in it, other than the founders pack.
So far, yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do in the future, but right now it's fine. Like you can play the whole game without doing the seasonal thing. Right. You just don't get that item.
Right. And people who like want to wait for it to be free, you're gonna I don't think you're gonna be sad. You're just not gonna get to play it early is all. And even the Ultimate, it's like an expensive game. Well, if you look, I don't play a lot of video games, but the games I play, like I said, a bit of an obsessive personality, I play the heck out of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're likening this to Animal Crossing, for example, it's not like I didn't get my money out of that. Right?
Several times over on the Animal Crossing.
Right? So if we think about the most expensive Founders Pack, which is the one I got, just think about it like instead of getting the game for free, you're paying for the game.
Yeah. And you got exclusive items and lots of
which I'm so into.
You're not going to run out of that the premium currency anytime soon as long as you keep playing.
Exactly.
And that's
probably not a danger of that not happening.
Yeah. So that I as a gamer, like I would consider myself much more of a hardcore gamer than you.
100%.
I actually recommend this. It's
nice. Okay.
It's fun.
Okay, so let's do this. As a gamer, you recommend it. And as a Disney fan, I recommend it.
Yeah, and you have to know what you're getting into. Like, if you're not into grinding and hanging out with Disney characters, then it's probably not.
What
that
are you
fun.
doing even thinking about it?
Yeah, it's
honestly?
probably not that fun. But I don't know.
I don't like stressful games. I am like the push for quote unquote cozy games is like right up my alley. Like that's how you get people like me as saying like I game and stuff like that. Is you have things like that. The amount of hours I would say Animal Crossing is insane. Like that's insane to me. So the grind is like the stuff I like. Like I'm gonna go gardening with Wally. I'm gonna go gardening with Mickey. I'm gonna go fishing with Goofy. Like you have those things, and I really like that's the stuff I really like. So of course it appeals perfectly.
And I will say the fishing mini game in this is actually not bad. I like fishing in games, but sometimes the mini game, like I really don't like the one in Stardew Valley. It's hard.
Yeah, I don't like the Stardew Valley one either.
It's hard, but not in a fun way. Like it seems unfair.
It's just like frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I didn't love the fishing in Animal Crossing either.
The new one, like New Horizons.
Yeah.
I don't mind that one.
It's fine, but I like this better than that.
I like this one better than that, but I don't mind the one. It is harder in Animal Crossing. So if you like that, like there's a bit more of a challenge to it, then that's fine. This is a little bit more friendly. I just really like the thing I liked about Animal Crossing is having the different villagers and everything like that. This is still the villagers, but it's like villagers you know and love. Yeah. Right? But
not like randomly generated
animals.
Porcupines or...
I like porcupines. But no, I still love those villagers, but it's just really cool. Like, I unlock Minnie Mouse, and I'm like, oh, where am I going to put her house? And, like, you know, like these people that you know and love, and you have daily questions and things like that. You can give them gifts that they, like, prefer or not prefer. When you unlock Minnie, she has, like, whole conversations about why she loves polka dots so much. Maui talks about his tattoos when you get him. So there's all these, like, those kinds of things that I really like.
Yeah, and I just see this game going on for a long time with lots of updates, because they're gonna, as a free-to-play game, they're going to want to keep the updates 100%. Coming to get people to continue to put in the premium currency.
Totally. And someone went through and counted all the doors in the castle, so that's just the ones that lead to the extra rooms, and there's like 30. We've unlocked 4, and there's like room for expansion. Like they could just keep going for so long.
I'm sure they've designed the code so that they can add as many doors as they want. And
well, like, you haven't unlocked a lot of the characters I have, but some of the characters are like in random biomes. You do a quest and then it unlocks a secret door within a biome to go get someone. So like, it's unending. I think it's highly playable.
Yeah, the secret door that I've gotten to is the dark portal where Donald is lost.
I was wondering if you found that, but I didn't want to say. I didn't want to do spoiler.
Dark portal.
Yeah, but Donald is there.
Surprise, it's not Donald, it's Diablo.
And I really like how they interact, the different characters interact together. Like, Donald and Kristoff are super good friends.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I like that.
Kristoff would have the temperament to put up with a hothead like Donald.
Did you... I don't know if you've gotten there yet, but some of the things are, like, really... Like, the story that you follow to do certain things. It's pretty intense. There's... I don't know... I won't spoil it.
You go camping?
Yes.
You can spoil. It's fine.
Are you sure? Yeah, okay, so spoiler. At one point... Ursula and Merlin have to cast a spell to do something. Basically, something happens, and the Night Thorns are starting to take over the kingdom again, and everyone's just dropping left and right. All their memories are dropping left and right. And Ursula and it locks everything up again.
Jeez.
And it gets really dark, but was part of this like one moment, right? And Ursula and Merlin are like, we need the power, like we need this incredible power or something like that.
It's morphin time. Oh no,
exactly.
Wait. Completely different.
So basically they're combining their magic to try and like beat this, because Ursula's like, it's not good for me either if this is in there, right? I like Ursula. I know I said she's my favorite villain before. She still is. She calls you angelfish in the game.
Yeah, she does.
Love it.
Yes.
I love it. Anyway, so they decide that the only thing that was powerful enough is you have to convince Kristoff to give up all of his memories of Anna, so he won't remember being in love with her, because like that power of those memories, the power of memories of being in love, is strong enough to combat the power of not having memories.
Rough.
So you have to convince Kristoff to give up all memories of the woman he loves. And is engaged too, last time we see him. But yeah.
Yeah,
and they live together.
He's like, hey stranger, why are you in my house?
Well, they don't, you unlock him before you unlock her. So right now he's living in a house, half of a house, I guess.
Gasp.
Yeah, so anyway, you have to do that. And it's that's like that. I was like, this got dark.
That's dark.
I don't know if you remember me saying that while I was playing. I was like, whoa, this got crazy and dark and stuff. And he does. You go and unlock Anna later, and he's like, I don't know who this is.
But I'm sure you fix it later. Anyway,
yeah, you do.
That's fine.
So the story is there's actual story to it.
That's cool. That's cool. But there's no Olaf.
No, and I wouldn't be surprised if you got Olaf later. So I unlocked Pua as a companion a while later. So I'm wondering, wouldn't that be cool?
I think Olaf should be.
I think he's too much of a character.
I think Olaf should be a character. He talks. You could have Sven as a companion.
Ooh, that'd be so cool.
He's a little big,
bring in some awesome companions, because Pua, that was really cool to unlock, and then you got him as a companion. That was great. But there's so many awesome characters. Don't get me wrong, I would really like Pocahontas with Miko as a character. It's not going to happen.
It might.
Maybe. I don't think it's going to happen.
They could gloss over the story part.
Yeah, just have her
have
hanging
her
out in the forest somewhere.
Yeah, being save the woods, save the creature.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, my push is Nightmare. Don't you love that idea?
I want it so bad. You played the Kingdom Hearts games a little bit.
Very little. I could have gotten into it more, but I started playing at not a great time.
Yeah, not a great time. You should get back into that at some point.
Yeah.
But I know in at least one of those games you go to Nightmare Before Christmas Town.
Halloween Town.
But it's
it's
in the
whole
game,
world.
and you're you fight Oogie Boogie and stuff in it, and I could see that happening in this game.
I like that.
And Oogie Boogie would be a great character.
Oogie Boogie would be so good.
Speaking of snarky villains.
Oh yeah, no, he'd be great. So Nightmare is high on my list of wishes. 100 Acre Wood characters would be high on my list of wishes.
I like Aladdin as well.
I really like Aladdin. I hadn't thought of that, but I really like it.
Because you got four. You've got 4 built-in characters right there. You got your Jafar, your Jasmine, your Aladdin, and your genie.
I think that's great.
And Apu could be a
companion. Or hell, Carpet.
Carpet could be.
Oh, that'd be cool, hey? And I was thinking of the other Renaissance, because we saw Belle on the loading screen, which means she's coming, so I'm not going to include her, but I want her to be there.
And Beast.
And Beast would be so cool.
Now is Lumiere and Cogsworth companions, or are they characters?
I think if you're calling Olaf a character, you got to call Lumiere and Cogsworth characters.
I want them to be characters.
I think so too.
Lumiere is the star of that show anyway.
Well, but we have Wally, we don't have Eve.
Yeah, well, where's the heck Eve?
You know which one? We don't have Daisy.
Yeah, that is, because I haven't gotten super far in it, but a whole bunch of Mickey's plot is that he's super missing Minnie.
Yeah.
Donald's like, I don't know, I'm gonna go in this dark portal with my buddy Kristoff.
But once you get him and stuff, he just randomly throws tantrums all the time. I'm convinced it's because he doesn't have Daisy.
Well, okay, how about this for an out there character suggestion?
Okay.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Agreed.
As one character.
So they just all
kind of follow.
Yeah, I like it.
You got Scrooge.
Yeah.
He hangs out with Huey, Louie,
yeah.
and Dewey.
And you got Donald.
Yeah. It would be perfect.
No, I think that's perfect.
But I think they should be one character.
The other ones that I think are likely but haven't been announced, I think because we got I think Coco characters would be great. I think Encanto would be great.
Yeah.
We've got Moana. I'm just going through recent ones. I know they're going to do
Latin America biome.
Yeah,
and then you
cool.
can have the Encanto, Casita, and basically what they're doing in.
Or what they're talking about doing anyway.
Talking about doing in Disney World, and have the two places together.
So I think that would be really cool. I actually would like them to do some classic, where the heck is Cinderella? Where's Snow White?
Yeah,
bring in
Sleeping Beauty.
Cool,
Maleficent. Everybody loves Maleficent.
Great. And you can just have the characters. You can have you can even have a princess biome that's a castle or something. Within the castle, so I guess not a biome, but the door that leads to the world, and have your classic fairy tales in there. Or Pinocchio. Basically, the classics are not getting very much love in this.
Yeah, they do need to go back to the classics.
Yeah, I'm not saying like have all 7 dwarfs, although that would be very cool. But you have some room to play with this, so I think they should play with it. Also, I want Doug.
Oh, yes.
Right? They're not afraid of using Pixar. Bring in some Doug.
Yeah. I'll pay some premium currency for Doug.
Right? Essentially, I want all of the characters, I think is where we're going with this.
Fair enough.
But yeah, my push, if I was voting on one, other than Daisy, because I think that's a crime, is the Winnie the Pooh characters and the Nightmare characters.
Okay, I'm going to leave you with one final question
here.
Now, this is a hypothetical, obviously, because you don't have to make this choice, but if you did, you had to throw out one game to never play again.
I'm not going to play this.
Would it be Disney Dreamlight Valley or Animal Crossing?
I can't answer that right now because Disney Dreamlight Valley is awesome, but I've literally played Animal Crossing for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to throw that out right now.
You're not going to throw out Disney, or you're not going to throw out Animal Crossing?
Neither.
No, you have to pick one.
I'm not going to throw out Animal Crossing because I got really attached to it for 2 years during COVID.
So it hasn't quite surpassed Animal Crossing.
But it might. It's a longevity thing, right? If you asked me a couple weeks into Animal Crossing, the answer would have been Dreamlight Valley, right? But
so you liked your first 2 weeks in Dreamlight Valley more than your first 2 weeks in Animal Crossing?
I think so.
You grew into Animal Crossing.
I grew into Animal Crossing.
You liked Animal Crossing.
We even played the original GameCube one.
But it was never like a major obsession, and this time it just with COVID and everything, it just hit just right.
It just hit perfectly.
And now you're
I still play all the time. I was playing today.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I like my beginning Dreamlight Valley more than my beginning Animal Crossing. But part of that might be like I'm into that kind of world right now. Part of it might be, I don't know, just that it's awesome. I'm not sure. But if you're asking me more than 2 years into Animal Crossing versus like less than a month.
Yeah, it depends. To get you 2 years into Dreamlight Valley, it's going to depend on how and what they add.
Exactly. Like if it halts and then all of a sudden you have to start paying for every little thing.
If you're paying for every little thing and like unlocking every little thing is just the same quest over and over again, like that might get a little old. So
but right now it's good. Right now it's really good. What about you as far as cozy games go?
Well, I retired from Animal Crossing a long time ago, so I would.
But like or Stardew or Harvest Moon.
I would stick with Stardew probably, but this is somewhat similar.
Yeah, it's up there. A lot of people are saying it's Animal Crossing but Disney, and I think that's a fair statement, but it's not just that, and the questing element is a big part of that. Right? Cool. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's it. I think a little longer episode than I was expecting, but
play Disney Dreamlight Valley. So that's it then.
I was trying to find a quiz for you to be which Dreamlight Valley character are you, but they don't have one. So
no, it's too new.
Yeah,
it's too new. They will later. You can just add it on to something else. Add it on to a random episode.
You're Wally.
I'm so Wally. He was my first character. I got to level 10. He was my best friend. So that is our show for this week. Thanks, Al Mule, who's responsible for the theme song you heard at the top of the show. You can find a link to his work as well as all of our social media links at disneya.wixsite.com/podcast. You can also email us through that site. You can find Disney A episodes on all of your favorite podcast streaming platforms as well as our YouTube channel, Adventures A, where you can find a video of us running through our 100th episode.
100.
Right? If you rated or reviewed our podcast, thank you. And if you haven't, you should. Whatever it is you're listening to us. Next episode, we are kicking off spooky season, Brandon. Finally. It's here. Spooky season.
Yay, spooky season.
It's October.
Wait, that means something spooky is coming.
Well, not right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Right away, I'm going to be reviewing a series.
Yay.
I'm going to be talking about the Halloween Town series.
Oh, nice.
I'm so excited for it.
Are you going to watch them all again?
All of them.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that hard. I'm going to enjoy it so much.
Speaking of cheesy Halloween, the Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out this week.
Very excited to watch that as well. I don't know when I'm going to watch all these things, but it's going to happen, and I'm very excited about it. Don't worry, you've got scary stuff happening later.
Yes, very scary.
Yeah.
Very, very scary.
But Halloween Town first for me. Well, I'm Krysta.
And I'm Brandon.
And until that next adventure, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Thanks for listening to Disney,
So what I think happened is you fall in the well and you're drowning, and the whole game is like your brain trying to make sense of your childhood memories as you're dying.